on the Wado Radio Show.
Yes, it's DJ Wado. It's the Wado Radio Show. It's more than music. It's ministry, man. And I got one of the most amazing artists, musicians, songwriters, producers in the game right now, man. Sound is always current, always relevant, and he definitely knows how to get the party started, man. Jor'dan Armstrong is with us on the line. What's up, bro?
Man, what's up, bro? What's the deal, man? I'm just always happy to talk with you, man.
Hey, it's the feeling is mutual, man. You know, I've been even just as a fan of your work for a while, bro. You know, I remember hearing some of those early records you had with like D1 and stuff like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, who is this guy right here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So
shout out to D1, man. That's the homie, and I'm just glad that first off, just really thank you for the support. But I'm also glad that people actually want to hear what I have to say, what God has given me, man. So that's always awesome to hear.
Ain't that a humbling thing, bro? Like,
oh, absolutely.
People take that kind of stuff for granted, but it's like, yo, man, like for a lot of us, it's like, man, we know where we can't come from.
That's right.
And you know what I mean? And it's just like, yo, people really digging what I'm doing?
Yeah, bro. And they don't have to.
Right.
Like it's a lot of material out there. Like it's plenty of other songs they can listen to, and they listen to at times I feel like little old me. You know what I'm saying? So, I really just thank God for, the ability and the gift and the listeners.
Sure.
I'm glad, man. It's ministry to me.
Well, you have this ability, I feel like, that your sound is always current, but it's still you. So it's like, there's still a Jor'dan Armstrong, what I would call sound. You know what I mean? But that sound is always evolving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I think it's really important to evolve. I think a lot of times in our genre and just in Christian community, we don't do enough of evolving.
Sure.
And and taking it to the next level and growing. And I know for a fact that we can get put in that gospel box, that Christian box, to where everything can really get traditional. The way gospel was founded was on like certain traditions and traditional format, period. And I think a lot of times we get stuck in that. And one thing that I try to bring to the table is just, evolving, man, and moving with the time. Like, we don't have to, we can still live the same way, but, the packaging has to change. We can't, everything isn't just about an organ or just about, you know what I'm saying? Just about, wearing a suit. There's new Christian now.
Yeah.
Christians wear caps and, they wear the new J's and, they wear jewelry and, we got the Bible app on our phones now. We read that.
Yeah.
So, you got to change, man. You got to keep up. And I think God really uses me in that way to reach people through evolving.
Yeah. I think it's important, bro. And, this new project, bro, like you took your music somewhere. I said, man, like this dude has the range to kind of incorporate these Caribbean tones and vibes, and you know what I mean? And it's like, I love reggae music.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I wasn't mad at it, but I was just like, man, I never would have. Yeah. But it's like, I mean, it's fresh, bro.
Thank you, man. I think just that project was really important, not only and therapeutic for me, but it was just really important that everybody else got a taste of that feel. Like I feel like that type of music, that whole Caribbean island, Jamaican feel it's a vibe. Like it really sets an atmosphere. And I think that, merging that with a Christian message was just something that would really just take over by storm, man. And just the reception, like the response I've been getting from everybody has been amazing. And I think the project was really good. It was one of my hardest projects to do. Just trying to create that sound, man. I got to give it up to all of the producers that produce that type of sound. Like it's really hard, man. It's not easy doing those drums. Like I'm like, man, folks in Africa and Jamaica, bro, how are they doing these drums like this? But it was really hard, man. Yeah. But we got through it, me and Teddy P, and we made it happen, man. So
yeah, I mean, listen, brother, like to do that, and it was you and Teddy P. Like, I think it just says a lot about you all as musicians and how you're willing to stretch yourself, because a lot of times we just play it safe. You know, like you could have just did another 52 weeks of summer.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly. And that was super easy.
Yeah.
You know, with 52 weeks, I did that project in 2 weeks.
Wow.
You know, like 1 week I did the tracks, next week I did the recording and writing. And what's crazy about it is, you know, that whole project pretty much had a theme sound. It was just kind of the same thing back to back, but just different rhythms of it or different tempos. But, you know, it was kind of the same format. So that was pretty easy. I ran through that really. But with this project, like, it made us really stretch, you know, like I wanted to go authentic and I went a little pop with it as well. So just that authentic sound of that was just so hard, man. But I was so excited, you know, with doing a project like that. I feel like I haven't heard one like that on this side yet.
Nah, I mean, you got to go to like the Caribbean.
Absolutely right, correct. You know,
you got to call Papa San or DJ Nicholas,
exactly,
Jason Mighty, or somebody.
Yes,
you know,
man. Yes, bro. Shout out to Papa San, man. I rock with him, and I think his son, Ty Shane.
Oh yeah, Ty Shane is a monster producer.
Yeah, Ty Shane is dope, man. We used to talk a lot, man, and just shout out to those guys, man. They do a lot of great work.
What inspired that? Because I always felt like I've always been into Caribbean music, like man, going all the way back, like Mr. Vegas and Sean Paul when he first came out, like all that. Yeah. But I feel like sometimes dancehall music like kind of goes in waves, and I mean the reality is, bro, like you brought a fresh perspective on that whole sound.
Yeah, I think, like I said before, you know, that type of music just has such a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to move, you have to dance. You're gonna feel good when you hear those rhythms and those sounds. And I mean, like, why not take that and put, you know, the gospel on it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's the best of both worlds to me. So I just feel like it could reach more people than just 808s all the time and just, you know, some snare drums and, you know what I'm saying, and hi-hat rolls. Like I felt like this could be bigger. This could reach more people. I actually feel like grandma and grandpa would even listen to this, you know, and so would people that aren't saved, or so would people that don't like hip hop. They would listen to this. Or people that like it goes with any. You can't deny the sound and the feeling that it gives. So just me putting a message of Jesus Christ on that, I just felt was the ultimate recipe for, you know, reaching people, man. Yeah. And it did. It's doing so. So I thank God for that.
Do you feel like you've stretched yourself as far as you can be stretched musically, or do you feel like, you know, there's even some other spaces that you want to get into with your sound and your music and your art?
Oh man, no way am I stretched as far as I can go. Honestly, and you guys should probably pray for me on this, but it's a lot of times I feel like I hold myself back.
Wow.
Because
really?
It's because I feel like a lot of things may go over people's head if you give them too much at a time. So, you know, I've created this thing to where I do it now in EP form. You know, whatever I'm feeling, I do it that way. So I felt like I liked that vibe of the Cali when it was popping like that. I felt that vibe and I liked it. And I'm like, I like that. I want to do that. And I do it. And I just put it out. And then I did, you know, my Confident project, which was more the spacey, SoundCloudy, OVO type of feel, but with the gospel message. And I like that sound as well. And I'm just basically, I guess we'll say, like my grandma said, you know, taking back what the devil stole.
Yo, we need an Atlanta record, man. I feel like Atlanta got to be next, bro.
Look, and it's in there. Like it's in me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at heart, I'm an artist and a producer, and like I hear stuff every day. I'm never one sound, one way.
Sure.
You know, so I'm never. I don't think I'll ever be stretched as far as I can go.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Let me shift gears a minute. The Stellar Awards, I believe they announced they're doing a hip hop like I saw my man Gerard Bonner posted it. I wasn't at the Stellars,
Yeah.
and I haven't been able to fully confirm yet. But just share. I don't know if you've heard about it, but I would just love your thoughts on them going in that direction, because I know there's been some dialogue around just what they're doing and how they're appealing to, you know, young people, millennials, all that. So
yeah, I think that I did see that Bonner put up, and I saw that post. I wasn't there this year myself for a lot of reasons, but
it might be why they felt like they needed a hip hop joint.
Maybe so, you know. But I honestly feel like, you know, if they, I don't think that they should create a whole nother event, you know, for that. I think that if they could execute and, you know, give what they have a facelift, and you know what I'm saying, and do right with that, I think that'll be enough. Like, I don't think we need a whole separate show. I don't think that. Like, you know, we're there for 3-4 hours and everybody's rapping, you know, like, I don't think that. Like, I think that the gospel should be involved. I do feel like traditional should be a part of it, as far as traditional gospel, as far as our traditional acts, you know, and not to throw any shade as traditional is a bad thing. But, you know, just like we need our Kurt Franklins, we need our Marvin Sapps, we need our Yolanda Adams, we need them there too. But we also need to show the next generation. You know, we need to show the millennial side as well. And we just need to take as much attention on the millennials as we do with the more traditional. And I think we can do that with that show. We just need some better, you know, some people that speak our language in those meetings. That's really just what it is. You know?
I think that's what they're really struggling with, bro. And I think it's not even just the Stellar Awards. I feel like, you know, like I've had a lot of conversations with Willie Moore about this, and Dwight Stone, and even Darlene. I think gospel radio struggles with that a little bit. They're getting a lot better. I mean, they've helped. Like, they are them at the table. They've been like godsend to everybody, you know?
And eventually, honestly, that's going to happen, you know, because we'll start weaving. And this sounds really bad, but please hear my heart. But those people will start weaving out. You know, they'll start leaving. And then it'll start being more people like Willie, more people like Darlene, more people like D Stone. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be in those positions now to understand our language and understand, you know, that that's important as well. So, you know, it's taken time, man. And me doing this since, you know, 2009 is, you know, it's been a long time coming. Like, we're just starting to really get good radio play. You know, people are just really starting to pay attention to us. And I was really happy for my man Canton. He won a Stella. But I was also kind of upset that it took this long. You know, he's never gotten a Stella before. Ken's been doing this since like 2001. You know what I'm saying? That style that he does, you know? And you know, he's just getting recognized. You know,
I want to say this about Canton too, bro. I saw a couple people online trying to say Canton wasn't hip hop. Fam, Canton is more hip hop than dudes who say they hip hop, bro. Like,
I can believe that.
Everything about the way Canton move is hip hop, man. It ain't just about him rapping. Which he does rap on some records, but bro, come on, man. Don't disrespect Canton, man.
I mean, you know, he even if they don't feel that he's a rapper or he's hip hop or any of that, he definitely opened the door for a lot of us, because man, because he actually helped people pay attention to us, or even take us serious at times. So, you know, I even got to give it up to people like Kurt Franklin or Mary. You know what I'm saying? They're not hip hop artists, but they actually appreciate, they seem like they do. They appreciate us. They appreciate the hip hop artists. And I don't even call myself a hip hop artist, but, you know, and what's crazy is now that the sound of
production style hip hop though, with the samples and the drums and
that's exactly right. So that's where it is now, because now it's not even hip hop. Now is really just a sound.
Yep.
Now it's not really as conscious as it used to be, and you just speaking the truth and the blah blah blah. But honestly, like it's not. A lot of it is more fun now.
Yeah.
But there are artists like like Bizzle and these cats. They speaking the knowledge and they talking real stuff that's going on, and that's very necessary. So they're kind of merged now. So
but it's not just you couldn't have a Bizzle on the Stellar stage without the contributions of Mary, Kurt
that's
Franklin,
right. That's right,
Jones,
man. That's
truth.
Right. That's right, brother. That's right. So that's what I mean by opening the door for hip hop artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to them, they think, that whole staff probably thinks that, Kenton is the most hip hop person they know.
Yeah. Yep.
And and believe me, he's not the most hip hop person.
Yep.
So, they don't know. And that just, proves our point that they need someone that understands us, understands our culture, our generation. And, somebody that understands millennials.
Yeah, no, you're 100% on that, bro. And I mean, because look, I see the same thing happening in traditional churches.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when you talk about, somebody, it's different with a church that's only 20, 30 years old. They don't have that same generational thing. But when you're talking about like the church I go to, it's a huge church, but it's 80 years old.
Wow.
So you literally have all the generations. Like, you got great grandmama and them.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lady that just passed away that was 100 years old at our church.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's how it goes. Yeah. Maybe she's the mother of the church. They had the mothers.
She was one of the founding members.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So you have that. So I've kind of seen it, and I mean it's they got to put some younger people in there. You're gonna have some people that are gonna leave, some people that unfortunately are gonna die. You're gonna have. There's going to be an evolution. I think we just got to be patient, man. So
you definitely have to be patient, and I've learned that, and I'm sure people like Ken has learned that. Even if we didn't want to learn it, we were forced to learn it. That it takes time, for them to even understand us, to even get it, or think that it's even appropriate.
Yeah,
and to believe that it's ministry. You know.
Well, I mean, man, you hear you sit down with Kenton, man. You hear him talk about some of these stories, of different places that he was at, and people didn't get it. I mean, look, man, him and Mr. Dell in the black churches, bro. Mm-hmm. They opened up so many doors for us.
Yeah.
So many, bro. So many, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's really important. They are very important to us, and I think that we just gotta keep cracking at it, man, and eventually they'll get it. Yeah. We just gotta make enough noise. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Just oversaturate it, man, and I really feel we can crack it open.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, bro. Would you ever because you make life music, what I call is like life music, bro. But
mm-hmm. Okay.
I've seen you. We at PDY, man. I've seen you in a church setting, bro. Like, would you ever consider doing a worship album? Like, I know all singers get somebody asked them to do it. It's like,
I actually want to do it. I'm just waiting on the right time to do it, because that's really a big part of me. Yeah. A lot of times people, think that they know you just from the music that you do, and a lot of times too, that's the only way that they can even. They only know you from that anyway, because that's all that you show them.
Yeah.
But so I can't blame a lot of people, but that part is really important to me. Like, I love worship. Like, I do. I really enjoy it. I listen to it a lot more than people would think as well. Like, I listen to William McDowell's new project.
Yeah.
I like Todd Delaney. I like William Murphy. I like all of these guys, and they're mostly worship type artists to me.
Sure.
And of course I want to do that, man. I'm really good friends with a guy by the name of Aaron Lindsay. He's like the worship producer king out here. He's worked with everyone from Israel to all of those names.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And I would love to do one. So I'm just waiting on the right time. I don't feel like it's the time yet. Really waiting on God to speak to me on it, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna do one, man. Absolutely.
You know what I've thought is interesting, man, is how the kind of the sound in gospel music with respect to worship is almost more of a CCM sound. You know what I mean? And it's like there was a church out here in Jersey, and they've been worshiping like that for years. It's pretty much an all black church, but they always did CCM songs and put that black gospel on it. You know what I mean?
Come on, yeah. Look, when it's in you, it's in you.
It's in you.
You can sing CCM songs all you want, but that church gonna come out every once in a while. Yeah.
Yo, I let somebody hear the Jesus culture break every chain day.
Come on, man.
They didn't even believe it.
They didn't know. They were like, "Why are they singing Tasha Cobb's song?" Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. But it seems like that is like, you turn on gospel radio right now, bro. Like,
oh yeah, man.
That's
the remakes.
Huge.
Yeah. That's the trend, I would say.
Yeah.
Now is to just go and remake one of those records, and also even get a number one by doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go number one. So. Honestly, man, I can't even feel any type of way about it. I mean, God is really, I feel, getting the glory for those records.
Yep.
But that's just a whole nother conversation with how radio does that too. They just, which sometimes, it can be frustrating with me being the type of artist that I am. And, a lot of times those records are very necessary, but they just automatically shoot, man. They go right up to the top, man.
Yep.
And but at the end of the day, to God be the glory.
Yeah.
Like really,
because at least it's causing people to worship. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's what's important. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's important. But I know a lot of times, when it goes to the business side of it, these labels a lot of times aren't thinking about that. They aren't thinking about ministry. They're businesses, A lot of times they're just thinking about, oh yeah, that will work. Let's do it. And, get a number one record. But at the end of the day, like I said, God still gets the glory. Even if they were, doing anything shady business wise, the song is playing on radio all day long.
Yep.
And people are hearing the message of Jesus Christ. So, at the end of the day, God wins.
Yeah, I think, man, like one of the challenges that I've seen in the industry, and it's starting to happen in Christian rap too, is the labels themselves aren't really owned by Christians. You know what I mean? Like in Christian rap, obviously we have, you have Reach Records owned by Christians, the Humble Beast, the RNG. I don't want people to think I'm trying to suggest those individuals are Christians.
Right.
But when you look at the parent companies of a Capitol Music Group or Word Records, and then on the gospel side, E1, and RCA Inspiration, they're owned by parent companies that aren't necessarily owned by Christians. So it adds a different dynamic to it, man.
That's right, man. Yeah, I found that out. I worked with this company that was doing a Christian event.
Okay.
And it was really big. I can't even say the name, but just lots of different artists were there, Christian artists, gospel artists. And afterwards, the company that we were all there for had an after party.
Okay.
And it was way lit. Like it was just, I'm just like, wait a minute. We came here for this, and like the after party was just drinks everywhere, ladies walking around serving the drinks and food, and nothing but Future and Drake and everything. This was a real club party, and I'm like, whoa! And that was really an awakening for me, to realize that everybody's not saved. Everybody's not here to do that. Some people really they work here.
Yep.
And some people may not even be believers.
Yeah.
They may not even believe that Jesus, is who he is, So, a lot of times that's kind of how it is behind the scenes, man. It's some of these letterheads that are over RCA that, I don't know, but may not be saved or may not even care about ministry. It's a business, man. So.
Yeah, it's tough, man, because I think sometimes fans, people who aren't as close to the music industry, don't follow it the same way we do because we're in it. This is our profession. They wonder why things are a certain way.
That's
and
true.
it's like this, like you can't not say that doesn't have an impact on it any way you slice it, because
Correct.
there's a non-spiritual element that is now added to the equation of creating, promoting,
That's right.
and distributing
Yeah.
the music.
That's right, man. Absolutely. So yeah, you just gotta be you. You know, if you're the artist and you feel led by God to do what you do, and God is orchestrating it all, man. Just continue to follow God's voice. You should be okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, man.
Man,
Because you're not gonna be able to stop the businesses.
That's true. True story.
Do that, man.
True story, bro.
Just
True
go ahead
story.
and live your life the way God wants it to be.
Yeah, that's facts, man. I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I don't think I've talked to you since this, but man, you had a big look earlier, or last year when you went on tour with Kiera Sheard.
Yeah, man.
And I really wanted to come when y'all came to New York, bro. And I had a show. I was out of town, and I think my flight was getting back that night or something like that, and I couldn't get there, man. But yeah, man, it seemed like it was an amazing situation for you, bro.
Bro, it was amazing. I honestly, I was thinking about how fun it was about a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
We just really had a blast, man. Kiera's whole team and everything, it was just amazing. And just Kiera as a person, not even an artist, but just even as a person, she's really sweet girl, just like the girl next door, just really sweet, down to earth, man. And she made it really easy and fun, man. We had a blast.
Man, that's dope, bro. That's dope.
Yeah.
What was it like kind of being, in that space, man, and kind of being in front of some new people?
Well, honestly, just on the tour we did all like untraditional church venues. Like everything was either event places or sometimes even clubs.
Okay.
And at first I didn't know exactly how that was gonna work. And I was really praying about it. I was just like, God, like, what? And God was really telling me this is what your ministry is about.
Yeah.
Going into these places, going into places where people aren't traditional and where people aren't really interested in, Christianity and those things. And we were able to reach so many people by going outside of the church. And we were in these venues and people were worshiping, people were throwing away their drinks, and like it was really mind blowing that God was using us in these venues, man. And sometimes people would just come into that place, that wherever we were doing the concerts, they would just come in there just to have drinks.
Yeah.
And then they see us performing, and lives were changed and people were getting saved at these events, man. And I just think that was such an honor that God would use us to, reach people in that venue, in those formats. Belinda. And that tour was amazing, bro. Man, that was my favorite part. Yeah.
I bet it was, man. I mean, we were talking about Ken earlier. Mm-hmm. He used to catch so much flack when they were doing that in Atlanta.
Oh man, I'm sure he was. Like, I mean, people have something to say about this, wow. Like, of course, so people were talking down about us and sending emails and
really
oh, absolutely. Wow. And what's crazy is some people that sent emails actually showed up. Like, wow. I was like, well, what did you think you were coming to? And they would send emails after the concert. Like, wow. I'm just like, we told you where we were gonna be, you drove here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of people were upset that we were doing what we do in those venues. But again, I must commend, Kiera for just really hearing the voice of God and doing it, because it took a big step and faith to do that, because, I'm sure she knew there was going to be some, backlash for that, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing, man. People can get a backlash, but it's like Kiera is who she is. Like, mm-hmm. She's always been... I mean, she's a gospel artist, true and true.
That's right.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's like,
yeah.
I don't even know why people could be critical of that, because it's kind of what we're called to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. And I always think about, every time somebody says something, I just thought about Jesus.
Yep.
When he was out in those types of places, man, in those
Yep.
venues, he actually went out to, collect sheep. Man, to reach people. He didn't just speak in the church. And I think that is so important. Once us as a genre, and not only a genre, but a community of Christians, once we start thinking out of the box and getting out of the four walls of the church, I really feel like we can really reach people. It's not not just the four walls. We do need the four walls of the church. We do. But just let's go and do some outreach. We don't
Yep.
do enough outreach anymore.
Yep. Yep.
We got to go out and get them, meet them where they are, and bring them in.
You know what it is, man? We've built these amazing, huge, big mega churches, man, and we so comfortable in them joints that it's like we don't even want to go out, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, we got a Christian club for them. We built the arcade.
Yep.
We would think they would come. No, you still got to go out and do outreach ministry, because it's so important that you're gonna have to meet them. Everybody's not gonna take that invitation to church. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not, man. We're gonna have to go out, and what greater example, was with Jesus Christ going out and doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's important. Yeah. So shout out to Key, man. She put together a great tour, and we were able, like I said, to reach so many people. I gained so many new listeners and so many new followers, man, and and again, she's like gospel royalty, man.
Sure.
She comes from a historic gospel family, and people love her, man. She's awesome.
Hey,
and working with her,
I was going to say, when we get some Jor'dan and Kiera music, bro.
Look, I did her last EP. Me and her brother, I produced on it. I did about 3 records. I did 3 records. Her brother did the other 3, and record did really well. It's still out now. You guys go get it. It's called the LED Project.
Yep.
And I did some records on there, but just working with her, that was my first time ever working with her, and just working with her as an artist. I mean, she's just phenomenal, man. Just vocally. Like, I think every time I'm in the studio with an artist, there's usually limits that I can go. Like, it's just like, okay, that'll be cool, but I don't know if that person will be able to do this or that. So, but with Kiera, I'm in the studio, I'm like, sing this, and then some stuff I couldn't even sing. I had to play it on a keyboard, and she would just kill it. And I was like, yeah, this is probably the most talented, vocal-wise artist that I've ever worked with, man. So,
so hold up, you did Take Me There, bro?
Yeah, I did Take Me There. I produced that record.
I still play that on my show, dog.
Oh man,
I didn't realize that was on that EP. I'm looking on iTunes right now, and I'm like, okay, bro.
Take Me There.
Make Me Better, Real Friend.
Make Me Better. Yeah, man. Those are my records, and I'm just. It was an honor to do that. She hit me up, and we've been growing together ever since then. She's like my sister now. And I'm just waiting on a record to put her on my project. I don't have a record yet.
Man, I feel it, bro. I feel it. Well, I also want to say this to you, man. Just publicly, bro. I know you about to get married. So congratulations on that, my G.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Yeah, because I think the last time we was together,
I wasn't even engaged.
That's what I'm saying, but you was getting serious though. I remember some of them.
Yes, man. Yes, man. We were out in where were we at? We were at
North Carolina.
Bishop, North Carolina.
PDY.
At Bishop. Yeah, man. PDY.
Shout to Bishop.
That's right. Shout out Bishop. And Bishop's been helping us out too with some counseling and stuff, man. He's an amazing guy. Him and his wife, First Lady Patty.
Yep.
And they are just an amazing couple, and they've really, given us a lot of knowledge on marriage and just relationship, period. So shout out to Bishop Millette, man.
Man, Bishop is one of those people, man. Anything you need, you call Bishop, man.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Bro, let me tell you something. How serious? You're right too, because he hopped on a flight just randomly and said, "Look, if y'all need me, I'll come out there." He came out, and we weren't having any issues. He just came out, him and his wife, and they came out, had dinner with us, and we talked, and went back home the same day.
Wow.
I said, man, that is a blessing.
That's a blessing,
so,
bro.
Yeah, man, and he's really been helping us out a lot with just like I said with marriage, man. Just getting ready for marriage, and I love him, man. They'll be at the wedding, uh, having a good old time with us on this week, on next week.
Man, yo, y'all enjoy that joint, brother.
Oh yeah,
Enjoy
man.
that, man. Enjoy that, because marriage is a beautiful thing, my G.
It is, man, and I'm so excited about it, and I'm really ready also for the things that come along with marriage, favor for sure.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see what God's gonna do, man. I know He's got so many things He wants to do with us, and I'm ready to be mind blown, honestly.
I feel that, man.
Yeah, man.
Marriage, man. How can I explain it, bro? It's
Hmm.
like it, it, it shows you things about yourself that you would never see
Hmm.
unless you were in this relationship, and it forces
Yeah,
you to get better if you want your marriage to be successful, man.
that's right.
It really is a beautiful thing, bro.
Absolutely, man. And I believe that, and I think that once you get to the space to where you know that it's time to do that and you want to do that,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It just clicks for men.
yeah, yeah,
Like at one time, I didn't want that at all.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah,
it just clicked one day, and I
yeah.
said, okay, yeah, this is it. It's time to do this.
I know exactly what you mean, bro. I decided I wanted to get married before I met my wife,
Wow.
and I started to get my house in order. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Clean
Yeah.
up my finances and all types of
Yeah.
other stuff. And in the process of that, I met my wife, and
Wow.
we got
Yeah.
married. Well, I knew her, but we started dating, and we got married 6 months after we started dating, bro.
Wow, man, that
Yeah,
is a blessing. That's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
we 10 years in, so
Come on, man. Congratulations, man. Come on now.
thank you,
10
man.
years.
Thank you,
Yeah, man.
man.
So, yeah, y'all pray for me, man. Pray for us that, we continue to grow strong
Sure,
through each other, man. And
sure.
I think she's perfect, man. I really would not choose anyone else to do life with, honestly. So
Yeah.
once I knew I started feeling that way, I was like, okay, yeah, I don't want to live my life without this person. And it's time to go ahead and make it official.
Make it happen, right?
Yeah, man.
Make it happen, bro. What's next for you, man? Obviously, marriage is in 10 days, but
Yes.
but after
Yes, sir. And
but
look, and
after
this
that,
and this life of celibacy also. So
amen, amen,
so I'm gonna need a good 30 days off. Straight up, man. Straight up. We- Just and I hope this ain't offending nobody. But
oh
I
man, you
need
said no shows for the month of
look
April,
no,
right?
the whole month. We locking and we need to go get a lot of groceries, but
Oh
we ain't
man.
leaving. But
Oh.
but nah, I'm kidding. But man, honestly, I'm just really looking forward to that. And of course, I have music. I'm releasing 2 more projects this year before the
Wow.
year is out. Yeah,
Working,
man.
bro. You always working.
Man, try to, bro. I think it's so important that we just really stay current. Like, and
Sure.
when I say that, I'm saying that because there's so much music that people consume on a daily. Like,
Yeah.
and even with social media, like, one week it's about this, the next week is something else. One week it's about Nicki Minaj and me, and somebody else, and then the next week it's about something else. Like, that's how quickly people's attention span and they consume information and music. One week it's about this artist is the hottest artist, next week it's somebody else.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important to just keep putting music out to keep people's attention, because at the end of the day too, a lot of people rely on the ministry that I do.
Yep.
They
Yep.
they're gonna need to be refueled all the time. People go to church every Sunday. A lot of times they're getting refueled for the next week.
Well, and I think streaming has had a massive influence because it's just so easy to
Absolutely.
consume music now.
Absolutely,
You
man.
know.
So you gotta work double time now. You can't that putting out an album every 2 years or so.
Nah.
That's
Nah.
that's over and done
Nah.
with, man. And albums now too
Yeah.
are almost on their way out.
Yeah.
I still believe in albums, honestly. I
Yeah.
believe in full body of work, even though I've been doing EPs lately. But
Yeah,
a
I
full
think
body of work is important.
I was just talking to one of my homies. I think an album now has become more of like a campaign rallying cry. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
More
yes,
of a campaign rallying cry. This is the current movement, the current wave, the current message, overall
right,
theme I'm trying to communicate.
right.
And it may just be a collection of songs, but it kind of gives you a rallying cry for people to kind of get behind that
That's right.
particular campaign at the
That's
present
right.
time. You know.
Yeah,
But
man. And I think it's still important, and I'm gonna do a full project this year,
yeah.
and an EP though.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I'm working, man, and just like I said, just trying to stay in their face with the message,
Yeah.
and that's what
Yeah.
I was saying earlier too. We just got to keep hitting them with jabs, man, hitting them with jabs, and they'll hear us, they'll believe it, they'll believe us, man. So that's me. That's what I got this year, brother.
What do you I mean I know how it's affected us in the Christian rap space.
Hmm.
Like people just aren't selling as many albums, and so the business model is different. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
amount of money you have to invest back into your project is a little different because now like it used to be, if I come out with a project, you know, I get a big chunk of money from iTunes or whatever, and then I
right,
can live
right.
off my show money. You know what I mean? And invest the money I make from my music back into
Yeah,
my project and keep making it bigger. And so that's
correct.
kind of shrunk a little bit for a lot of artists. So there's a lot more focus on merch. What about in your space? Because it's more of a singing space, or R&B space. Like I don't want to say gospel, because then that
Yeah.
makes it seem like you Shirley Caesar. And no
Well,
knock
yeah,
to Shirley
nah,
Caesar, but it's just
right, right.
I love Shirley Caesar too. I'm not trying to diss Shirley, but
Nah, me too. I love
yeah,
Shirley for sure. I think again, like it's the streaming.
yeah,
Streaming has played a major part
yeah,
in for everybody, not even
yeah,
just secular or hip hop. Like
yeah.
it's played a major part for everyone. So even Shirley Caesar's got to make sure her streaming
Shirley out here streaming.
Shirley got the stream now. Like that's what the game is now. So that's affected a lot of things. It's affected a lot. Like I think my last three projects, a lot of them I don't even really get CDs pressed up or anything anymore. Like
Wow,
everything's been digital. I
digital.
only have
Yeah.
CDs for live performances for merch.
Wow.
But that's it, man. Like it's almost like a waste of money because everybody is streaming. Everybody wants to get your project and press a button and have your project. Nobody wants to fill the CD and flip through the booklet. Like I used to love to do that. Like I used to go and buy CD and I want to flip through the pictures. I want to see who produced on this, who wrote on that. And that whole game is like really dying out. Like now I go to Wikipedia. I'm like, okay, who produced this? Let me go see.
Yeah.
Wikipedia is
Yeah.
my CD booklet now. So streaming has affected all of that, man. Every genre, man.
Man, that's real, bro. That's crazy, bro. Well, listen, man, we're gonna be on the lookout for these next two projects you got coming out this
For
year,
sure,
man. You
for sure, man.
working, G? Like,
Look, man. Hold up. I forgot this, man. We are just starting a tour, man. This will be my first headlining tour.
oh,
It's
that's
called
killer.
the Waves Tour.
Nice.
So we're basically gonna go through every city, man, and leave a wave there of Jesus Christ, man, and just leave a wave in every city. I
Yeah.
think it's really important that we show them that worship is important as well. We turn up and we do all of these other great things, but this tour is going to be a little bit of turn up and more worship and more about relationship. And I think that we can jump around all day long and still not know who God is.
Yep.
So
Yep.
this tour is gonna be really dope. We got about 7 cities locked down already. We're going to Philly. We're going to New York. We're going to Louisiana. We're going everywhere, man. So to Dallas, to Texas, to Houston. So we're moving around a lot. And
Man, y'all coming up here? Y'all coming to Northeast?
we got to. We
Man, you
got
gotta
to
come up here, man.
Yes, man. So it'll be myself, It'll be myself, artist by Jael, by the name of Jael. Be my man Free Will. You know my camp, man.
Yep.
Everybody in my camp, Adrian Butler.
Yep.
And we're gonna come out, man. We're hitting the road, brother.
Man, y'all bringing the whole squad, bro.
Yeah, man. And Dex is gonna rock with us. Dex is gonna DJ for us, and we got a little band that's coming. So it's gonna be really big, and I'm just really excited because this is my first official tour on my own. You know that I'm doing, and I'm going out and give it a shot, man. I always heard these first tours are usually rough. I just need people to support.
Hey, man, you just got to do what you do best, man.
That's it. That's
good,
it,
bro.
man. That's
You'll
right,
be
man. Absolutely.
You'll be good, man. Well, Jordan, man, it's a blessing, man.
Yes, sir.
When you are the dates up on your site?
Yes, they are, man.
Nice.
Everybody go to my site, Jor'danArmstrongMusic.com, and they wouldn't let me put my apostrophe in there. So it's gonna be Jordan, even though my name is Jordan.
Yeah.
But they played me on that. But it's all good. But Jor'danArmstrongMusic.com, and all the dates are there, man. And everything that I'm doing is up, man. So check it out. Oh, this too, man. I'm gonna be.
Look, you got so much stuff going on. You can't even keep up. Man. You can't even keep up with everything, bro.
I forgot, man. I'm also doing my man Ty's show. So be on the lookout for that on his BET show, Joyful Noise.
Yeah. And
you'll see me on there. We turned up a little bit, man. So shout out to him too, man. He's been a really great friend. He's a new friend to me, Ty. And every once in a while he sends me some really great text messages and encourage me to keep going, man. And just he can hear, my whole message. And that's really cool of him to do so. So he also invited me on his show, and y'all check me out.
Man, that's killer, bro. Man, Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, brother.
It's been a long time coming, bro. You know what I mean?
Man, and look, we got a long way to go.
You done put a lot of seed into the ground, my brother. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. You too, bro. You too, man. You talking about a legendary DJ. You know what I'm saying, for our culture. I didn't know of you a few years ago. And, I did my research, man. And you're the man, brother.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
I've come to know that you are the man. And, I've heard all your accolades, but now I know you as a person. I've met you a few times, and you seem like a really amazing guy. And just your message and your ministry, you're important to us, man. Just want to let you know that.
Man, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, man. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Well, yo, man, I'm looking at these dates. I'm gonna try to be in DC or Philly, man. I'm gonna try to make one of those two.
Come on,
dates,
man.
Bro.
Come down, bro.
To make one of those 2 dates, man.
We would love to see you, man.
Yeah, so it's good, brother. Man. Yo, man, you be easy, bro.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much, man. Great talking to you.
All right, blessings, man.
Peace.
On the Wade Radio Show. On the Wade Radio. On the Wade Radio Show, where it's much more than music, it's ministry.